Welcome back to the Around the Block Sports Show. Today we'll be reviewing our Week 14 NFL picks and making our Week 15 NFL picks. So we'll get right to it. So last week I picked the Rams, Adam picked the Patriots. Rams obviously blew out the Patriots and probably their season hopes.
Well, if there was any hope, it would have rested in Baker Mayfield and friends. And guess what? Lamar, he came back from some type of activity in the locker room, and our hopes and dreams are crushed.
Tough. Next we had the Giants and the Cardinals. Daniel Jones was terrible. The Cardinals won that game, which means Adam got that game right, but I got it wrong. Next, we had the Cowboys obliterate the Bengals. Andy Dalton coming back to Cincinnati, easily taking that one. We had the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. Pretty close game, but the Denver Broncos ended up upsetting Carolina in Carolina, so we both got that wrong. We had the Texans against the Bears. The Bears won that game by a landslide. Adam got that right. I got it wrong. We had a pretty good game in the Chiefs and the Dolphins. Came down to the end. The Dolphins, although they did lose, they did cover, which means I got that game right. We had the Vikings and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers did indeed cover, so Adam and I got that one wrong. We had the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans battling it out. Derrick Henry showing why he should be MVP, and the Titans covered. Adam got that right, and I got that one wrong. We had the Colts probably hurt the Raiders' playoff chances last week. The Colts did cover and win. Adam got that right. I got it wrong. I'm sensing a pattern here.
Seriously. I'm just thank God.
We had the Seahawks kill the Jets in Seattle. I picked the Seahawks. Adam picked the Jets, so I got that one right. We had the Falcons and the Chargers. Chargers won. Falcons lost. Adam and I both picked the Falcons. We had the Lions and the Packers. The Lions covered by half a point, which means I got that right. Adam got it wrong. We both picked the New Orleans Saints against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts showing up in his first career start and surprising the Saints. Adam and I both picked the Saints. We had the Washington football team beat the 49ers. Chase Young, he was great again.
Terrific.
We both got that game right. We had the Bills kill the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. I picked the Bills. Adam picked the Steelers. And we had probably one of the games of the year in the Browns and the Ravens. We both picked the Browns. The Ravens ended up winning by 5.
Unfortunate ending to that game, like I said. But what are you going to do?
So if you were doing math while I was saying that, we both got 6 right, which brings our season total. Adam 37, Drew 33. And now we'll make our picks for Week 15. So let's get to it.
Hey, so to start with Week 15, we have the Thursday night game. Chargers at Raiders. Raiders are 3.5-point favorites.
I got to go with the Raiders. He's been good, but the Chargers, they got blown out to the Patriots. Only reason.
I can never bet on the Chargers ever again. Give me Raiders. Next, we have Bills taking on Broncos. Broncos, 6.5-point dogs.
Bills easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Unfortunately, Bills, they beat the Steelers last week, and they're on a roll. They might be able to challenge Mahomes. Next, we have Panthers taking on MVP Aaron Rodgers. 8.5-point favorites. The Packers are.
You know what? Packers couldn't cover against the Lions last week. They're not going to cover against the Panthers, but the Packers will still win.
Wow.
Carolina.
Big pick there by Drew. I'm going to have to ride with my man Aaron Rodgers. A-Rod, we're going to go 8.5 with the points.
A.J. Dillon will be playing.
And will be amazing. He's going to help winning right there. We have probably the most boring matchup of the week, the Bears versus the Vikings, 2 irrelevant teams. Might have some playoff implications with the Vikings, but Vikings 3.5-point favorites.
I'll say it's a 3-point game, so I'll pick the Bears.
I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings. I hate to pick all favorites so far, but I just think the Bears are trash. and the Vikings, they're a solid team who can go off when they want to. Next, we have the Lions taking on MVP Derrick Henry and the Titans, 8.5 point favorites.
Easy pick here, Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think Lions without a head coach and Matt Stafford, he's not gonna be able to do it. Now we have Colts to Texans, and Colts are 7.5 point favorites.
I feel like that's a little too much on Deshaun Watson, even though he hasn't had a great year. I'll pick Houston here.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to go Colts only because I have seen some other lines like this where I thought Deshaun Watson might be able to take it, but he hasn't been able to come through. Game of the week. Just kidding. Jaguars versus Ravens. Ravens, 13.5 point favorites.
You know what? I'll help your cause. Minshew will play well. Give me Jacksonville.
I'm gonna have to ride with you as well. I think Jacksonville, they're gonna be able to pull this dub out and get the Patriots back into the playoff race. Ravens are gonna lose after a huge win on Sunday night. Next, the game of the week. We have the Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins 2.5 point favorites.
I hate picking against the Patriots when they're underdogs, but I'm gonna have to do it. The Dolphins are good.
I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots. Come on. Bill Belichick against rookie quarterbacks is an extremely good stat. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's definitely gonna be a rough night for Tua.
Is Brian Flores Belichick's best assistant in the league right now? Question.
Well, I would say probably. I mean, he's successful. I mean, I think by assistant, like obviously Vrabel was connected with the Patriot family, and I think he's very successful. But I think what Flores did there, I think you have to get a little lucky with Tua, but I think also that's a huge jump for them. They're they're 8-5. That's
fighting for the playoffs.
Yeah, they could make the playoffs in a tight AFC East, we're going to call it, for the first time in a long time. Next, we have 49ers taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys, 2.5 point dogs.
Cowboys suck. Give me the Niners.
That's an interesting game. I'm gonna have to go with the boys here. I think this is the game where we look and we say, like, this is the team that we wanted to see. CeeDee Lamb and the boys, they're going to come out and play well.
Hard to believe, but the Cowboys are still alive in the NFC East race.
Seriously. Now, a very important game for NFC East supremacy. We have the Seahawks playing the football team. 5.5 point underdogs.
Seattle, please win this game.
I'm going to have to go with the hot team right now. I'm going to ride the wave here. I'm going to have to go with the football team here. They're playing good football. It's in the name. Next, we have Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Gronkaneers, 8-5, playing the Atlanta Falcons. Buccaneers favored by 5.5.
I just don't like the Buccaneers. I just don't like what I've seen from them. Atlanta.
I don't either. I think they didn't really play well in that Vikings game, but once again, another team that I can never pick is the Atlanta Falcons. Give me Buccaneers. We have the LA Rams taking on the Jets. Rams, 17.5 point favorites. I'm going to have to hammer the Jets here for the second week in a row.
I was just going to say, I'm going to go with the Jets. Way too large for Sean McVay's career.
17.5. I mean, like, you can beat the Patriots by that much, but besides that, I don't really know. Next, we have Eagles taking on the Cardinals in a very big game for the National Football League. Cardinals, 6.5 point favorites.
Cardinals looked good last week against the Giants. Philadelphia looked good against the Saints.
Well,
it's going to be a close game. Arizona's going to win, but I'm going to pick Philly.
Interesting there. I think Kyler Murray, bounce back game. D-Hop and the boys, the receiving core, only 10 drops on the season for them. Moving on, we have the AFC champion, Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the Saints. Saints 3.5-point underdogs.
A lot of good games this week. Chiefs. I mean, how can you pick against Mahomes?
It's looking like I think Drew Brees is going to be back this week. I'm still going to have to go with Mahomes. I think they're just too good. I don't think anyone can beat them. Maybe in the playoffs, this team can beat them. We have the Browns going up against the Giants. Huge game for NFC East supremacy.
So we got the Cleveland
Giants 3.5-point underdogs.
Game of the year here. We got the Cleveland baseball team Browns against the New York Giants. I have to go with the Giants.
Baker Mayfield played a great game last week, but I'm still gonna have to go with them, even after a loss. Brownies taking that game. Last but not least, we have the Steelers playing the Bengals Monday Night Football. Bengals 12.5-point underdogs.
Steelers suck. Bengals.
It's an interesting one, but you know what? That offense cannot move the ball. Without a guy in Joe Burrow, their offense is horrible. So I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers.
Go dance on the Bengals logo, will you? Please.
Quarterback.